Do you need some words of wisdom to live by in Kerbal Space Program? Here they are. Be careful and don't be a dummy. What up, tubers? Bunny here, and this week we're back in Kerbal Space Program. So in this video, I have an idea for a manned spacecraft. Well, it's not actually going to be manned in today's video. I'm just going to go put it through some tests. So the first thing I want to do is go to VAB, obviously, and build the craft. But first, hark! Is it almost sunset already? Not on my watch. We're starting it on a fresh new day. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and slip into the VAB. But what kind of spacecraft am I going to be building, you ask? Well, I'm thinking about a moon ride, or I could say moon ride or mun ride. However, I'm pretty certain that that celestial body is called the Moon, because in one of the writing in Kerbal Space Program, if you look at the menu, it has mun or bust, but over the U there are these two dots. And when I checked, it looks as if the two dotted U is pronounced U, so yeah, I think it's pronounced Moon. Anyway, done babbling, let's talk about this Moon ride. So, will it be Apollo style? Perhaps, but perhaps not. I'm thinking that this spacecraft is going to be like a combination of Apollo, CSM, and LEM, or if I say their full names, a combination of the Command Service Module and the Lunar Module. Basically, it means that this vehicle is able to fly to the moon, and then it can land on it and then take off. And I'm actually thinking that it will be a multi-stage spacecraft. So I'm probably going to need some sort of parachute. I'm going to do the radial mounted parachutes. Let's 3 in a row work. Step there. And doesn't block the hatch, but it bugs me out. Okay, parachutes. What's the center of mass on this thing? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this. I have an idea. Where do they keep the... That would be under thermal, right? Radiator panel edge. I don't need the... Oh, these are the radiator panels that I use for my Helios spacecraft. Let's see, I'm thinking about using the heat... I'm thinking about... Well, my game is kind of buggy like this, but I remember the first rule of this copy of this game. Make it work. I think this should... Yeah, something like that. And... Let's see. Yeah, I'll do a shot. Well, that was too quick for me to do the inflation sound. I'm thinking I'll use this inflatable heat shield to assist in the vehicle's descent, which means parachutes shouldn't be too major. Well, I would still need parachutes. Let's not be too Kerbal here, because the Kerbal way is to ignore the parachute, and that could result in certain death, which we don't want. So yeah, we'll just have 2 main chutes here. This heat shield can act as a heat shield / drogue chute kind of dealio. Well, I'm gonna go into time lapse and construct this beauty. I won't leave you guys just sitting here listening to my babble. I'll come back to you guys once I finish building this spacecraft. See you in a little bit. is my spaceship, Artemis, named after the Greek goddess of inter alia, the moon, or I guess in Kerbin's case, the mune. Anyway, this is a two-staged 17-engine spacecraft, 8 engines here, 8 engines here, and then 1 central engine here. The lower stage consists of these little strap-on boosters, which have these landing legs attached to them. Landing legs don't work in my copy of Kerbal Space Program. And yes, I didn't add a ladder here, but on the Mune, Kerbals can easily just jump off of the spacecraft, and with the jetpack they can slowly descend to the surface. It's all good. As long as the spacecraft doesn't crash into the Mune, all is well with the world. So the fuel from these tanks will actually suck into the central core stage, and then at takeoff the descent stage will actually separate from the central stage, and then that rest of Artemis can continue on her merry way home. So I'm going to go ahead and do a hacked test of this vehicle. To the launch pad! Okay, so maybe I lied. Maybe Jeb is going to... You know what? That's a bad idea. Do you need some words of wisdom to live by in Kerbal Space Program? Here they are. Be careful and don't be a dummy. In this case, being a dummy would mean strapping a Kerbal into this otherwise untested rocket, and the clock is already running. We haven't even gone anywhere. Let's see. So, I say this is going to be a hacked test. This is because I'm doing some cheats here. Let's see. I won't hack gravity just yet. Where's drag? Let's see. Physics. Drag. No drag, please. We're simulating the Munar gravity, I guess it is. So the idea is to see if the spacecraft is able to descend from Kerbin gravity without any drag, and the flag is still flapping, probably because even though there's no more drag, it still has that kind of momentum. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and test this lander, see if it can actually ascend. Okay, shut down. I think there's potential here. I'm going to try 2/3 gravity. I'm going to try 2/3 gravity. So dead. I have no drag. So 2/3 gravity it can take off. I'm gonna try 84%. Take off slowly. Shut down. Okay, not 84%. How about 4/5 gravity? Shut down. 3/4 gravity. It has capability of moving at 3/4 gravity. Contact? Okay. Nice. So 3/4 gravity, it's able to take off, and look at the smoke, and there's still that Kerbal out there. Alright, I'm going to try an ascent test now in 3, 2, 1. Okay. But I don't expect the Mune's gravity to be this low. Test out a routine lunar ascent. Don't want to fall. Hey, works like got charmed! And I did it! Better monitor the field. Might have to do a ballistic just in preparation for staging. Oh my goodness, you're exceeding 1,000 meters a second now. Space? Not too far-fetched of an idea. No way. Miko. What? Okay, if in 3/4 gravity, this spacecraft has the potential to become a single stage to orbit rocket around Kerbin, then I have confidence that this vehicle would easily be able to go to the moon and back. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, we are in space. And I believe it's going to be at T-minus 7.5 seconds in which I initiate the ignition. So I'm going to switch over to the map. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Shutdown. Yeah, you can really tell that this is weaker gravity because I'm not even going 2,000 meters a second. Okay. I do not doubt for a moment that this spacecraft is capable of going to the moon and back. So I'm just gonna do something to bring this vehicle back to Earth. We just had an explosion. Let's see, nice and shaded. So I'm gonna do an orbit, more or less. Let's flip retrograde. Let's get it pointing right side up. And now I'm going to apply drag, and now I'm going to reset gravity. Okay, we are on a suborbital trajectory now. Where will that lead us? It should land us in the middle of Kerbin. I'm going to go ahead and inflate the heat shield in preparation for re-entry to Kerbin. And let's ride out this thing. Okay, we are re-entering Kerbin's atmosphere. Our speed is finally above 2,000 meters a second. Better turn off physics warp, just because we're about to go into some bumpy ride here. Okay, so this heat shield should not only keep us from getting roasted, but it should also help slow our descent and possibly help keep us afloat. Yep, we're decreasing speed now. 2,043 meters per second and decreasing now. I think we're about to start experiencing some heating. Yep, here we go. We're getting roasted. We could place some Kerbals on the front of this thing and grill up some Kerbals for dinner. Woo! What is wrong with me? So I'm thinking this heat shield should also keep us afloat if we splash down in the ocean. And hopefully we don't have any problems with too high descent velocity. I did not think of reading the spacecraft, or the heat shield's maximum impact tolerance. So I think at this point we can safely turn SAS off. I think there's enough aerodynamics going on here, and we are now we are beneath 1,000 meters a second, and we've just finished experiencing atmospheric re-entry. Okay, it's safe to deploy the parachutes whenever they feel like deploying. Hopefully before we run out of electricity. Oh, here we go. Let's turn off that electricity for a moment. Wait a minute. Uh-oh! I don't think I was supposed to do that. Okay, SS pilot only. You know what, as long as we have infinite electricity. Yeah, that was a scare. Oh, I don't know if the shield should be wibbling like that. Oh no. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh! What on earth is going on? Camera! I don't want to deploy the heat shield because... Oh, I probably shouldn't deploy that. I'm about to do it, but I think it's a bad idea. Alright, well, I think I'm probably dead at this point, so I'm just gonna jettison it and end it all. See you guys. Oh, whoa. That is enough to make a Kerbal go unconscious. Okay, I think we're stable now. Will these parachutes suffice? Without a problem. We're probably going to lose this bad boy, but it should be okay, because we've got the command pod. Alright, time for splashdown. I think we kept the command... Oh, we've brought just the command pod back in. Well, now I know from now on not to use the inflatable heat shield all the way. That was kind of scary, but that is a mission success. So how about that first stage? Did that? Oh, I think that's remaining in orbit. Huh. Funny how hack gravity works like that. Oh, let's see. I can probably turn off infinite electricity at this point. Well, that has been a successful flight, so I'm going to call it the end of the mission, and I'm actually going to call it for this week's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm thinking for the foreseeable future in Kerbal Space Program, my next step will be to do an Artemis 2 mission. And this mission will be an unmanned lunar landing test. Basically an unmanned dress rehearsal for a planned Artemis 3 mission, which should, if everything goes to plan, be a manned lunar landing. Oh hey, that's the heat shield. Interesting. Well, it just went. I'm thinking in next week's video I'll go to Geo Flight Simulator, though I'm not sure what I'll do in there just yet. Anyways, that concludes this week's video. I'm going to recover the spacecraft before I run out of electricity. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you all next week. India Alpha Bravo checking out.
T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We have ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit. We have...